Alright guys, I'm trying. I'm not sure if you're seeing me yet or not. I can't see me. There we go. Good morning. Hello everybody. I had a little trouble getting online, so I don't know what this session's going to be like. We got Joan, Rain, Jean, Orla, Denise, Juju. Welcome, ladies. Thanks for joining. I'm not sure what is going on here today, but we'll try it and see what happens. Hey, Elena. I have a feeling a little bit under the weather, and I don't have much of a voice, so I'm not sure how long this is going to last, but I'll give it a try. Hey, Carrie Ann. Hey, Kathy. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I just left this up. I was playing with this yesterday while Dave was down here working on my new table. Hey, Army's mom. Luscious. I got this at Amazon. I've been wanting a little desktop easel, and I got this at Amazon for, I think it was $13. And I thought, well, I mean, if good or bad, it can't beat that. But it's a cute little thing. It folds up and latches closed so you can carry it, right? And it's got a little handle here. And it's also got latches on this end. And a little drawer pulls out. And you got a little pallet and storage for stuff. And it's all wood. I thought, hey, what the heck? 13 bucks, how bad can that be? So, it's just cute, I think. Got little feet on the bottom of it. So anyway, I'm going to set that aside. I'm not going to mess with that today. I really need some watercolor lessons. I want to mess with watercolor, but oh, it's not pretty. And then I was going, my original intention for today was going to be to, this frame I got at a secondhand store when I went out with my friend Donna shopping. And I think I got it for $5. And it's an old picture frame. Just an interesting shape. And I'm going to put some polymer clay tiles in or on this somehow. I was looking at it yesterday, and I think I'd have to completely destroy it on the back if I was going to put the tiles under the glass. And then I wasn't sure I'd be able to get it back together right. And then I thought, well, why don't I just tile on the glass? I just want the shape of the frame anyway. But this is going to be quite an undertaking when I do it. Hey, Trina. Hey, Denise. Because of this arc. So I thought what I would do when I get ready to do this is I'm going to make some new tiles. I think I'm going to trace this on, and make a pattern on paper. Hey, Christy. Thanks for joining. And then use that as a pattern. Roll out some slabs of clay and then cut that arc in the clay when it's raw. And then individually cut the tiles up. And then work them from there. So that's, I'm going to put this on the back burner though, because I am not up to that much thinking today, let me tell you. So let me put that out of the way. So I know what I thought I would do that would be a little, not really mindless, but not as much brain power or effort, is to get out the old jelly plate. And I want to try, I really like those, hey Ella. I really like those jelly prints I did last week. I was calling them raku prints, I think I called it. Look like raku pottery. Let me see if I can find them. And I thought about that, the look of how they were. I was able to line up the surfboard stencil with the like this, like with the negative and positive, right? Remember I was doing that, or was filling in the holes. There we go. So I want to try to do that with other designs because I think that looks really cool. And, you know, I didn't really think about it much. Hey, Silver. I didn't really think about it much when I was doing it. But if I were to have seen these, a picture of these online or somewhere, I would have thought, how the heck did they get those two completely different contrasting color designs on one print? But, so I'm going to try that again. And I'm going to go back to this patina-ish, not patina, raku-ish looking kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I overdid it last night or too much yelling and laughing and craziness. We went to a dance. We call them a bull roast here. And there's no bull involved. But it's a dance where you have a DJ or a band and a full buffet of food, and the main attraction of the food is open pit beef. And they usually have raw oysters, which they did, and oyster fritters and steamed shrimp and all kind of stuff. But I don't know if anybody anywhere else, anywhere, does that. It's a big thing in Baltimore. And then the springtime, getting into the spring, is like the season for the bull roast. And so we went to one last night that one of the guys I grew up with, his hunting club, puts on. And so my brother and the kids and some of our friends, and then all the friends that my brother and I grew up with. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Jan. Were there, and I'm telling you, a bunch of nut jobs. Oh my God, it's just like screaming fun the whole time that we're there. And out of control by the end of the night, up dancing and just crazy, but really a lot of fun. So I don't know, I'm a little congested. It's not just my voice. I got a little congestion thing going on. So I think I've been hitting the airborne. Dave was not feeling well. He woke up with a sore throat the other day. And I've pumped him full of airborne. And he seems to have come out the other side, doing a little better. But now this morning I woke up like this, so I'm not sure what's happening. But I'm going to pull a couple of my designs out that I thought would look cool with that kind of reverse thing going on. Hey, CB. So I thought the bamboo, stickball, and cave etchings was going to be what I would try. Because I think these will, on deli paper, I think I can see the patterns distinct enough that I can probably line it up. So that's what I'm going to try. So, got a cup of hot tea to try to keep my throat going. You guys remember you were talking about Paula's coffee cup the other day? This one, with, I can't tilt it really, but the one that has the drips. I got one. I found one. I love that cup. But she was saying, it's on the side of it, it says Band of Outsiders. And nobody knew what that was, so I looked it up. It's a clothing design house. And they were invited by Starbucks to design a mug for them. And I'm seeing myself on a black screen here. Did you guys lose me? Sorry, I lost my train of thought because I watched the screen go black. I'm having so much trouble with Ustream lately, as a lot of people have been. Last week's stream, you remember it was broken into several parts because I kept losing connectivity. I tried to upload the first part many times to YouTube. It came out with the audio so garbled I'd have to take it down. Hey, Colleen. I kept having to take it back down. I tried it again like a week later to push it up. Same stuff. It would not, the audio wouldn't play. So that's really disappointing that it can't. So I don't know if now I just dropped if I'm actually going to be recording properly or not. I might have to switch up and go to YouTube Live or something if this keeps happening. Because I record for 3 hours and want to push that to YouTube for my other well over 8,000 viewers that follow me on YouTube to see. And there's nothing for them to see. So that's not good. But then other portions that were other pieces of that same day's recording, they came out fine. Of course, some of them were just 5 minutes long, so I just deleted those. I mean, it's not hardly worth the trouble. It's so interruptive to a YouTube viewer to try to, you know, keep up with all those bits and pieces. It's not hardly worth it. But I don't know, Cass, do you push your videos up to YouTube from Ustream? Hey, Sam. Yay, glad you could join us. Just getting rid of some of the extra crispy bits. Sounds like a piece of fried chicken. Hey, Lynn. Just cleaning up the old jelly plate a little bit here. I mean, crusty bits that you can actually hear. How crusty they are. Get some of them cleaned off of there. Alright, I'm going to flip these papers over because they've curled up on me. Get them away from the edge. There we go. Alright, let's get this party started here. Drinking this coconut, what is it called? Coconut Thai coconut, red Thai coconut? I forget what the heck it is. It's a celestial seasoning, but it's some kind of Thai coconut. It's really good. And you've had no problems, Cal. That's so strange. That's twice that's happened to me. And I don't know what's going on with that whole deal. It's very frustrating now. So I'm going to go with this combination that I was playing with the other day. Yeah, I have a cold, I think. So this is gold. These are all golden fluids, so it's not cheap paint. This is permanent violet dark, green gold, and titanium white. There we go. And then I'm going to, I need to think this out. I'm not going to clean the brayer. I'm going to let these kind of blend. And pull that back a little bit. That makes a really cool hot red when they blend. You wouldn't think it would, but it does. You'd think you'd just be getting mud. And you don't want to overwork this because then you end up with this kind of mahogany brown color, which I've almost done here. We'll see how it works. Let me have stick ball. Oh, that looks similar right there. I'm going to pull a print on cardstock just to open up the holes in here. And then I'll pull the ghost on Gelli so I can really get down in there and clean the holes out. That's what my object is for what I'm trying to do. Of course, you can't see much on the white down here, but that's okay. That's not my main object there. My main object is going to be, let me pull some of this Gelli closer to me. I want to clean out these holes. So that when I pull up the stencil, oh no, Jean, hang on. Thanks for the reminder. Let me open up links. Okay, links are open. Oh, there's nothing like retrievers, labs, and goldens. And I'm partial, as you may realize. Okay, that's just to clean that up. Now what I really want is what's underneath it here. All right, I want that. And I want to clean this up. Let me make a sandwich. But I don't want to mess up the piece of deli that I'm going to pull the final print on. So I'm just going to put this on a scrap piece just to clean that off the back of the stencil. Right, and now this is what I want. This is the bit that I'm looking for. Right, so that's that. Now I'm going to set this aside. Now I'm going to put something that I think is going to contrast nicely with that, which I'm thinking is going to be like a turquoise mixture. Let's see. Let's go with some Liquitex Primary Blue. Bright aqua green with a gigantic paint booger on it. Not the artist. All right. And let me get a little PBO in there. Let's do some green blue. I ordered a couple new PBOs I saw on Dick Blick. So we'll see how those end up. All right. That's a pretty bright blue. So now I'm going to try to match. Wait a minute. Is that going to work? This way. I'm going to put this down this way. Now, looking through the deli. Hey, Donna. Welcome. That's a new name. You're here. Hey, Edge. Welcome to the newbies that I've seen online. I appreciate you joining. So now I'm going to kind of look through this print and try to line up the turquoise to go in those empty holes of that print. There we go. And these, it's pretty easy with my stencils because they're made to fit the 8x10 jelly plate. So if you can, you know, get anywhere close, even if you're using a different kind of paper, you can probably get pretty close even using cardstock, just feeling where the plate is and assuming your last print was sort of centered. Hey, Jane. All right, so let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. See where you kind of got a complete different design. It doesn't really overlap. It's just one whole print, but it filled in all the blanks with a contrasting color. I think that looks pretty cool. All right, let's do. Just going to ghost this one. Oh, Nancy Reagan passed away, 94 years old. Wow, bless her heart. She had a good run. All right, so now I should have the blue in reverse underneath of here, right? Yeah, you could, Jan. You could tape it on there to hold it in place. That seems like work to me. I'm more quick and dirty than precise, as we know. Hey, Thistle. I'm glad you're here too. Cargren. Hello, welcome. Some newbies. You found a nice group of people to hang with, newbies. Alright, so here's this. I'm going to pull this. Alright. See some of that PBO shimmer in there? A little bit. Alright. So now, I'm gonna try to pick some more of this up. I'm just using deli wrap for this because it's cheap and it's thin and easy to collage with. So now I'm going to go the opposite way and put down the purple. Whoops, and the green. And the white. All right. So now I'm going to try blending out the white first. I don't know why, just because I never do. So let's see what kind of difference it makes in the blend. Get some of that green down in there. It'll go kind of yellow on us. I'm going to get rid of some of that. Now I'm going to go in the purple. And pull that across the green a little bit. Nope, see, just a couple extra rolls and you go a couple too many and you get that extra green over top of that and it starts to brown it out a little bit. So I got to be mindful of that next time. Let's see, where are we? Alright, now let's do this. Alright, and then this. Try to line that up again. Close enough. Hey, Janet. Cool. So here's opposites, right? The same technique with the opposite colors in the opposite places. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, I'll let this go to, I blended one or two strokes too many on that blend. So I think that's kind of cool. I'm going to play with the other designs. And then I think we might do a collage. Let me clean the holes a little bit more. Yeah, thanks guys. That took some thinking. Hey Jamie! How you doing, honey? I have a bit of a cold today, so my voice is not great. Can't say I'm feeling wonderful, but you know. So now I'm just going to clean the plate off. Ooh, look at that though. That's pretty. Let's see how that works. I'm just going to... Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, well. Next time. I should have done a cleanup print with this. Thanks, ladies. Is there a dick bit close to where we are at? In Maryland, Orla? Yes. We went there last year. It's in Baltimore City. It's probably a 20-some minute drive. But we did go there. A lot of us went on a shopping spree on Saturday. Thanks, Judy. Hey, Pearl. The name of the stencil is called Stickball. It's one of my iStencils for the newbies. In case you don't know, I have a line of stencils with iStencils.com, and they're under the new designs, and you'll see Patti Tolley Parrish there. And you'll see a bunch, I don't know, I think well over 100 now. But this one's called Stickball. This is one of my favorites, actually. I just like the stark graphic nature of that design myself. But that's just me. Oh, I know, Jane. That'll be ready about 5 o'clock tonight. Hey, Jerry. Welcome. That's kind of pretty down here. It looks like, almost looks like a landscape, doesn't it? Some of that PBO shimmer is showing up through this green area. And, but it doesn't show the blue through there, just picking up the sheen. That's pretty good. Yeah, we had a, hey, Jennifer. Oh, thanks for putting the link up, Jen. We saw a recipe on Facebook for a pork loin roast in a crock pot. And it had basil, oregano, garlic, honey, soy, salt, pepper, Parmesan cheese. I forget what all was in it, but you made this big glaze up, put the roast in, and just poured the glaze on top, and it cooks for 6 hours. That's in the crock pot upstairs right now. So that should be a nice, good, quick dinner for a couple of nights. All right, let's try a different design. This one's a little more intricate. This one's called Cave Etchings. All right, let's try that. And let's... what's the name of the turquoise and purple you're using? This turquoise is just Liquitex Bright Aqua Green. That's kind of everybody's favorite Liquitex. This is Golden Fluid Acrylic Permanent Violet Dark. And then when I use this, I'm mixing it with Golden's Green Gold. Now you can't really see it, but it's Green Gold and Titanium White. But when I'm doing the blue section, I'm using, again, the Liquitex Bright Aqua Green, Liquitex Primary Blue. Whoop, too much. And some PBO Green Blue. And this is, hey, Kimber. This is one of the, hey, Lilith and Debbie. PBO is a brand of paint, right? I hear it called PBO, Pebeo, who knows? But I call it PBO. And they have a Studio Acrylics line. And within that Studio Acrylics line, they have, you know, all the basic colors of a line that you'd have in Liquitex or whatever. But they also have a series called Dyna Colors. See this Dyna on the side? The Dyna Colors are not only iridescent, the paint and the iridescence are different colors. Hey, Leslie. The paint and this one is green. The iridescence is blue. And they have green yellow, orange yellow, red blue. There's violet blue. There's a bunch of different colors. And this alone is actually very transparent. But when you mix it with something dark, like this blue, or pick it up on black paint, something like that, it can give you really stunning results. And that's way too much blue paint right there. All right. Okay, I'm going to go with Cave Etchings this time. This one has previously loved and loved and loved. And I get those, most of my PBO paints I get from either Dick Blick or fineartstore.com, which is in Rochester, New York. You know what? I'm just going to pull this on top of here because I'm just cleaning the holes is all I want out of this print. I want the background, so I'm going to get rid of the all the negative spots in there and try to clean that paint out of there. Move over. All right, let's see what we got here. That's just a cleanup print, nothing fancy there, right? And I'm going to ghost this again to clean up those holes so I can get a cleaner image of the other layer of colors I want to put in there. Right, that's a pretty full ghost print actually. And you can even see in this some of the little bit of hints of that PBO shimmer in there. Even against that white, almost translucent Gelli, you can still see that pushing back when it's against that dark. So now, here's the print I'm going for, and it's the reverse. It's what's underneath here. That's the one I want. And I'm going to just clean this. Use another piece here just to clean. This is as much as I clean my stencils. I just press off the excess paint that's stuck on the back of it after a pull. And stencil cleaned as far as I'm concerned. Alright. Now let's pull this. Got a couple blobs there where it didn't all pick up, but that's okay. All those white holes hopefully will be covered with the next print. So let's see if I can make that happen. Let me try to pull some of this up that didn't come up. I know, Gene, once you get hooked on those PBOs, they add such a nice little punch. It's hard to do without them. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some green yellow and I'm going to mix that in with the green gold bit on this next color blend here and see what we come up with. So now I'm going to go back to the fluid mix, the raku colors that I like to call them. Permanent deep violet, or violet dark, sorry. A little green gold. And now I'm going to put a little, you know what, I'm going to put that in between here so it can shimmer, hit that dark purple. Right? And a little bit of white down here. Okay. And now, let's see what happens here. I'm going to start with the white again. See some of that blue coming through there, but that's okay. That's okay. And we get some of that PBO layer going in there. And this is going to come out like a gradient, right? Kind of a stripe gradation of color, darker and darker as we go down further. I want to get this blended a little bit more. I'm just going to swirl that around. That was the PBO I'm trying to work in better there. All right, let me get rid of some of this. And now I'm going to go into the purple. All right, stop. Stop. And I'm going to put this back down. Now I got to see if I can find my lines here. Trying to look through the Gelli and see where I am. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but it actually works pretty good. Being able to see through the Gelli and line that up. Alright, let's see what we get. Patty, please, where do you find best prices on goldens you're using? Dick Blick. Always Dick Blick, Trina. They're always 40% off. And sometimes, well, even when they have their sales, You won't get any further discount because they are already deeply discounted on a regular everyday basis. But if you watch the site for coupon codes, you will get free shipping. And when they have free shipping in the deal, you'll get free shipping on those. But that's the best price I've seen for the Goldens. You rarely see them less than that. Unless your Michaels carry them and you can buy one bottle at a 50% off coupon when the 50% coupon comes out. But oh, look at that. Right down this area right here, between the purple, where the PBO was, look at the color that came out with that blending with the, looks like a brassy, coppery, bronzy kind of color. Where that PBO blended a little bit with the purple and the green gold. That's kind of yummy. Like, I think that might deserve a hello lover. Hello lover. Yeah, I really like how that PBO mixed with those. That's a nice. Okay, now let me pull some of this up. Clean these holes, and then we'll go the opposite way. Yeah, Jane, these stencils that I'm using are probably two of my favorites of all my designs. All right, so now I'm going to try to clean out the holes on here. And look, I got a little strip of PBOs there. And that is usually because you'll see that pull up on cleanup prints more than the other colors because it's a higher, this is fluid acrylic, where this is a high viscosity. It's thicker, it's snottier on the plate, right? So it's going to stay wetter longer. Snotty, that's a technical term for the newbies. Hey, Brad. Thanks, ladies. All right, I'm going to pull this. Don't have a lot of purple down there, but I'm going to pull that off, and I might just restart the process and try to use this as the next layer. Actually, that's what I'm going to do because there's not enough paint there. So I'm going to get rid of this, clean this off, just cleaning the back of that one. And you can still see there's some wet PBO right there where it's boogered on my stencil. I'll try to get that off of there. Good enough. Oh, look at that. That even would be like a cute little piece to have like a strip in a collage, right? I mean, it looks like it's not a great print, but there are pieces of it that are really nice. Like right over in here, the whole color variation up in there. Can you guys see that? That's pretty stunning right there on its own. Hey, Eileen. Thanks, Ray. All right. Let's carry on, shall we? I'm going to see what I can pull up of this. And you know what? I might stop here and do a cleanup print, because how cool would that be as a cleanup print? And see, there's just another strip of PBO. See, there's just more and more PBO coming off of there. But that's good. So now I've got all these layers of those two stencil designs shadowed on there. So I think that's a good cleanup print time. So, let me see. I like to do my cleanup prints with the Golden Fluid Tight and Buff, as we like to visualize, but it's really tight and buff. Right? We can dream, can't we? Let a girl dream. So for a cleanup print, and that's what it is, I want to try to clean the plate, right? You want this to be dry because it's only going to pull up the bits that are dry on here. Oops, I'm making stripes of white somewhere. Where the hell did I get that? I don't even know where that was. We'll call that texture. So I'm going to let this dry for another couple seconds. So for the newbies, if you don't know what a cleanup print is, it is basically just used to pull all these shadowy bits off your plate and start with a fresh, clean plate. To do that, you let these bits dry on your plate. They have to be dry. And when you come back with a thin coat, it has to be a thin coat, of whatever color you want to use. I just prefer this rather than stark white because I think it's a warmer kind of a background for it. The wet paint will stick to the dry bits, and you rub and rub and rub extra long, and when you pull that, hey Dixie, when you pull that, it'll suck all that dry stuff off. That wet paint will marry to that dry paint and pretty much give you a clean plate. So let's try it and see what we got. Let's talk more jelly printing. Yeah, there's an app you can download called Ad Blocker if the ads are driving you crazy. They drove me nuts, and I just ended up paying the $3.99 a month because I watch so many Ustreams to get rid of them. Worth every penny, in my opinion. About ready to throw it out the window. And I'm going to pull this on Gelli because I think this will be a cute collage, cool collage bit. To use. So I'm not putting any stencils down. I just want to clean the whole plate this time. Oh, is there anybody that lives anywhere around North Carolina area, Pinehurst, Vass, North Carolina? Commutable? I'm actually teaching at Jody Ole and Jean Skipper and Jan Nichols McClay's studio called Creative Studios North Carolina in Vass, April 2nd. I'm going to teach my Jelly Jumpstart journals there. Dave's going down to Pinehurst for an annual golf outing, golf trip that he does with his buddies that he's been doing for decades. And I looked at the map and I realized their place was really close. And I said, hey, what kind of classes you got going on? I might stop by. And they said, why don't you come and teach? I was like, oh, I can do that. So that should be fun. So if you can join us, come and join us. And I'm letting this sit on here a little extra longer than a normal print, pressing a little harder, just to get as much adhesion to the plate as I can. Sometimes on the Gelli, and you can see it, you can see a little bit of wrinkle, a little bit of wrinkling in the Gelli, and that's just the nature of the Gelli paper where it kind of puckers when it hits the wet paint sometimes. And when you leave it on here longer, you get more of that puckering. So it might not clean the entire plate just perfectly, but it'll get most of it. So all those cool little shadows are now there. That kind of does look like cave etchings, doesn't it? Right? So, and now I pretty much have a clean plate. It left a little bit of that wrinklage stuff here, but not much. Patty, I'll be taking classes with Jodio and Paducah in April. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's my girl. I love Jodio. And all of those girls are really great. I was with Jody. I've taken many of her classes when we used to have Create Art Retreat in New Jersey. And then, not this past October, but the October before, I went down to Ocracoke for their Remy retreat. I'm telling you, if you guys want an art retreat that's truly a retreat, look into Remy, R-E-M-E. And they do a retreat where you do art, have fun, home-cooked kitchen, family-style meals at the place where they go in Ocracoke. They carry your bags in, you're pampered. They do all the laundry and rewash the towels. You have fresh towels every day, home baked cookies every day, 3 meals a day, snacks, a cocktail hour where they make a cocktail of the day and everybody grabs a cocktail and goes out to the beach. It's right on the beach in Ocracoke. Watches the sunset. We got really cool sunset pictures every night. It was awesome. Had a little cocktail hour out there. Can do art around the clock if you want to in the art area they have set up. It was a once in a lifetime kind of experience. Hey Marie, they do, and actually I think they do May in Ocracoke. They were doing May and October, and I think they're going to go elsewhere in October. I don't have that confirmed yet, but May, I think it's the first week of May, they're going to, oh, thanks for the link, Jennifer. Yeah, they're going to Ocracoke again, and I think it's the first week of May. I want to say like the 2nd to the 6th or something like that. I forget the numbers. It was really awesome. Really, really awesome. And so Jody will teach one day, and she's an acrylic paint artist, paints and inks and stuff. She'll teach one day. Jean Skipper teaches another day, and she does mixed media jewelry, a lot of copper. We did a lot of resin the day that we were there. They go to a trip to the beach one day, so you can pick up little tiny shells and twigs and feathers and bits off the beach to use in your projects. And then Penny Arrowwood was the third artist, who is a hoot and a half if you know Penny. She's a book artist, a bookmaking artist. So we did a journal and a mini book that hung from a necklace. Paula would have loved that one, actually. So, and they do different classes every time, right, every year. So if you ever have the opportunity, and I think, so I started to say about May, I think they might have an opening or two. I think they had, I saw an email where they had cancellations. So if you're really interested, you might want to jump on that, because they only take 8 students. 8 students at a time for the one in Ocracoke. Now, when they go, if they go to a different venue in October, I don't know anything about that. So they might take more, but they limit it to 8 students, and they bring what they call a den mother with them. Ours was Debbie, who was awesome, and they bring all the food. They stock up all the meals. If you have a gluten issue, you just let them know, and they cook around that. And we had full breakfast, full lunch, full dinners, snacks, cocktail hour with hors d'oeuvres every day. It was awesome. And but yeah, the house that they stay in is an old historic house in Ocracoke, right on the water, and it had additions done to it over the years, and they have room to sleep those 11 people, 12 people, 3 instructors, the den mother, 8 students, 12 people. Penny Arrowwood was the book artist. Just like it sounds, Arrowwood. Yeah, I mean, if you ever have a chance to do that, I would highly recommend it. You know, and honestly, when you look at the money, your first instinct might be, oh, that's not cheap. But it includes everything and so much more than you would think. It was, I don't know how they do it for the price when you see what you get, to be honest. But anyway, that's what's going on there. So I'm going to go back, put the purple down. Little PBO green yellow. Excuse me. Alright, let's start down this end again. And I want to kind of mingle those right off the bat. It's hard to get that edge covered just right. There we go. Alright, and now let's get a little bit of this going. You can even, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the viscosity of this green gold is much thicker than the other paints. Alright, I'm going to get rid of that. So I don't want to have to do as many strokes with this. I got a couple little blobs there, but I don't want to overmix it. So let's just see what we get. And I was using cave etchings, I believe. So let's try this. And let's pull a print on that. And May and October are both great times to be an Ocracoke. That was some of my old stomping grounds. My ex-husband and I, when I lived in Virginia, ooh, look at that bronzy color again coming up there. When I lived in Fredericksburg in a previous life, we had a sport fishing boat. We lived in Fredericksburg, Virginia, but we were in Hatteras, which is the island just north, just above Ocracoke. It's a ferry ride away. And we would go down there every weekend, and we would either fish in the Gulf Stream for tuna, dolphin, wahoo, or billfish, or we would scuba dive the shipwrecks, depending on what friends or family we brought with us and if they wanted to dive or fish. And we did that for years and spent a lot of time in Ocracoke. When we would have a day where we were blown out and couldn't run offshore, we would... oh, that kind of dried up. I don't think I'm going to get much of a print on this. That's not good. We would go spend the day on Ocracoke. They have wild ponies there, and I think the island's like 13 miles long, and the first from north to south when you get off the ferry from Ocracoke or from Hatteras, the first like 11 miles is just wild beach that the pirates would have seen 300 years ago. And wild ponies. And then you get into the little town, and then at the opposite end, on the south end, there's a little harbor called Silver Lake Harbor. Yeah. I screwed that one up. I didn't have enough paint. So I just got that little strip of PBO, again, because that's the only thing that's going to stick. Or it's not going to dry up so fast. So see, apparently I can't jibber jabber and try to do this at the same time. Was a print fail. I thought I had a good amount of paint on there too. Gotta pay attention. Let's try her again. I just placed an order with Dick Blick because I want to make sure I don't run out of those colors. I really like that combination. And I had ordered a couple things to take to North Carolina to teach with me when I go. Alright, let's try this again. Put some over there. I'm dragging some more of this green down on the white because the white seemed a little thin. I'm going to drag some of that purple down too, mix it up a little bit more. Now this is probably too much paint. I've lost my touch. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, so now I just want to clean the holes out again. Again. Alright, let's get that out of there. I need another one. Let's just overlap it with this one, but I'm going to switch the direction. That way I think I got to go. All right. I love that PBO coming through there. I'm just saying. See, there's a lot more of it right in there. That's clumpy. I want to get out. Good enough. All right. No more dilly-dallying. Let's get this while it's still wet. That's a little better. Still kind of dry up on the white side. It might be that the paint's getting thick on the stencil and pulling it off on the back of this instead of sticking to the plate. All right. Still kind of drying up, isn't it? That's weird. Oh well. Let's try get some of these bits off of there. This deli is really works nice to clean up little bits like this. All right, now I'm going to go back to my turquoise bits. All right, spread some of that around. It does seem to dry faster, doesn't it, Jane? Oven Den. Lynn, is that you? If that's who I think it is, she was one of the Remy ladies with us in Ocracoke and can attest to the fact of what I'm telling you guys. I'm waiting to see if Oven Den comes back to me on the chat. Alright, so cave etching's down again. And let's take what we got here and find my way. This one's up here, I believe. Close enough. Where do you get your deli? I get my deli at Sam's Club online. Ooh, there we go. Oh, that's kind of yummy. So even though this was real light up here with the white, the blue's dark enough that you don't even really pay much attention to that. All right, but you get that PBO shimmer in there. I really like the addition of that PBO. So here are these opposites. Right? Groovy. I'll put these over here to dry. So now, it's of course the chat rolled up and I forgot who asked me about the deli paper. The deli paper I like to use is the 12 by 12 and the brand name is Quick Wrap. Q-U-I-K-R-A-P. And I get it at Sam's online. Now, J Katz, Jan, that's on the chat, she got another brand. And actually, I got some, and it did arrive. I just haven't even unboxed it yet. I've had a crazy week. I haven't even unboxed it yet. But she used a Dixie Wrap brand of 12 by 12. And she said that brand when she uses that and with Daddy Vans and Daddy Vans it on both sides, it becomes translucent like the tissue paper. So I wanted to try that, but I haven't quite gotten there yet. See, even just that little bit over that blob of that PBO. I'm telling you, you could slap PBO on a turd and it would look good. I'm just saying. Yeah, there is a difference in different delis, Thistle. Some of them have a thicker waxy coat. I personally don't like the folded deli paper. I mean, it's convenient because it's in like a big Kleenex box and you just pop up a piece and pop up a piece. But it's got a permanent crease on it, right? And I just don't like. I gave them away last Maryland when we brought our stuff to the tables to share. I gave away all my folded deli. Oh, so now I just want to clean this up. Hang on.
Yeah, we'll take your car, run to go break, pick up a starter.
Okay.
Then I'll be back, take my truck and go Frank's.
Oh, okay. You think it'll make it?
All I gotta do is start it one time.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be here. That's why I'm gonna take yours to go burn it.
Okay, babe.
Yeah, sure it will.
All right.
Boy, that roast smells really good, Pat.
Does it? Well, it should be ready by the time you get home, babe.
Yeah, like
Be careful. Tell Frank I said hi.
Okay.
Okay. So Dave's Navigator, his starter's going up. So he's going to take my car. You probably just heard him. My car over to pick up a new starter and then go to his buddy's garage and with his car and get that replaced. We have been bleeding money lately. Well, that was a nice clean pickup. Ain't she pretty? We had to replace one of our heat pumps last week, or was that the week before? Last week, I guess it got replaced. That was $5 grand. The Dixie brand Trina, that's at Sam's Online too. Yeah, he did say how good the roast smells. Yeah. And what was I saying? Oh, the heat pump, that was $5 grand. And then on his Navigator again, his tires kept losing air. Come to find out, the chrome on the wheels was peeling. So a couple different solutions were looked at and suggested, and we ended up having to get 4 new wheels and 4 new tires. That was $2,200. Now the starter's going up. We went to go to that bull roast last night and got in his Navigator. He told me, he said, I got to go to Frank's to get this replaced. Something, he said, it's sporadic, but something didn't sound right. And it didn't sound right, so we ended up taking my car last night to the dance, and now he's getting the starter replaced today. Is it a Weight Watcher recipe? It is not. But luckily on Weight Watchers, you can eat anything you want. You just have to account for the points. So we'll just try to kind of wing it. There's not that much bad stuff on it, and the roast itself is not real high points. Just got to account for the honey. And actually, we didn't use honey. We used blue agave instead of the honey. Yeah, it's a pork loin roast. There was a video recipe on Facebook. And it's got some herbs and salt, soy, honey, Parmesan cheese. I forget what it was. Basil, oregano, garlic. And you just mix that all up and pour it over the pork loin roast and put it on low for 6 hours. And that was that. So we'll see how that works out. Sorry for my voice. Not much I can do about that. Hang on. I just smudged my glasses. That's a little better. All right, I can see. Daddy Vans is a beeswax product just came. Daddy Vans is natural beeswax furniture polish. Yep, that's what it is. Here's what it looks like. And if you guys are YouTubers, watch Shannon Green's channel. Shannon will occasionally, she is where I learned about this, and she will occasionally, Daddy Vans will send her a coupon code for her viewers to go in and order it at a discount. So you can keep an eye on Shannon's channel for that. So let's see, what am I doing now? I want to do another set of these. And I think at the end of the stream today, we'll give these prints away. How about that? I'll do one on bamboo. I got bamboo sitting out here, so I'll do one on the bamboo stencil. That's this one. See, Jamie? So, let's go with the blues again. Oh, I love Shannon. She's a riot. This. Some PBO. That's why I get the paint boogers all over my tubes, because I do that. Oh well, little sacrifices. But it kind of helps you mix it up, you know. You need less strokes to get it all blended when it's when you start with it this way. And you get more of that splotchy look instead of like a brand new fourth color from over blending it. And I put on some heavy paint there because I want to make sure I get this whole thing. So this is, I thought, would be an easy one to line up too. Oops, get on there. That's bamboo. You know, I'm not sure how this one's going to work because you're not going to have much on the background. You know, this is very open, so that whatever the second color is, maybe it'll look even cooler because it's less of the contrast might show more because it's less, it's more sparse. Cleaning the holes out. And I'm going to do that again. Try to get a little bit more of that thicker stuff out of there. Good enough. And now, need a clean piece of deli. And let's grab that. This is the one I want. Right there. And just need another dirty, you're a dirty little piece of deli, you. Dirty deli. And I'm just going to blot this off on here. We even found out you can emboss with Daddy Vans. Use it instead of like VersaFine. All right, there's the blue frame. Right, blue frame there. And I'm going to try to pick up a little bit more of these little globbies here. All right, that cleaned that up pretty good. And now let's go to this. going to put a little extra white down there because that seems to be the dry end. Running low. Luckily, I have more. One must never run out of PBOs. It's kind of pretty. Just my roll-off paper. All right. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Get rid of some of that. Now let's go here. Ah, I got one too many rolls right there. I think I'm going to pull some of that yellow off of that. All right, let's just see what happens here. So now I want to try to line, this one might be trickier to line up. This way, I think. I try to find one of these holes that looks kind of distinct and find that on here. Yeah, this way. Okay. You know what else might look cool with this? If you did, maybe we'll try that next. I show you instead of try to describe it. I'm thinking like offset this pull so you get a little bit of a shadow. And I'm thinking of using black and a PBO because that'll pretty distinct. All right. Oh, hello, lover. That's a little offset, but see how that looks like a drop shadow? Where it wasn't just exactly on there? Me likey. Look at that little shiny, shimmery shine in there. You can't hate that, people. You can't hate it. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to do that with this. This was a nice clean print. I'm going to try to pick up another one offset from that this way. Right, and intentionally go not completely off. Well, hang on. Let's just offset this and see what we get. I love the jelly plate with deli paper because it just falls through the holes of a stencil and you can see what you're doing. You can see where you don't have great contact. Well, it wasn't a great as a print. It was dry kind of in the holes, but you can see where it's going, right? See the gist of what I'm talking about. All right, let's get some of this up. And let's see if we can pull. I bet it's dry underneath of there. Come on, give me some. Oh, no, that's good. Oh, that's good, that's good. A little light on the purple side. The white's wetter this time, and the purple's drier. Rats. Yeah, I'm trying to make noon on Sundays, Eastern time, my regular spot. As regular as my spots are going to get. I just hope this recording has audio and I can actually push it to YouTube without any issues today. Hey, Mildred. This one is called Bamboo. That's one of my iStencils. That's the Bamboo. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that's really dry. Huh. That was almost like a cleanup print. See all the blue shadows up here in the white? And you see turquoise through the green, and down in this purple you can see bits of all kind of stuff in there if you can see it fine enough. So I need to that's not going to be, that's not good enough. That's not dark enough. I'm going to do that again. Try to figure out what the hell I'm doing here that's not working right. Thanks, Debbie. Oh, you're coming for dinner? Come on over. Let's try this a little soupier this time. I wonder what it would look like if I put some turquoise or blue-green in there. Now let's just stick with this. We got the same color palette going. We'll try this. Yep. Getting low. Running low. I like when it gets kind of splotchy up in here in the green area. All right, let's give her a go. You know what? Let's do... I just need to clean out these holes because I want the frame underneath of it in this color. I'm not sure if you said, but do you like the art paper or deli paper better? Well, to me they're different. I like them both for different reasons. Oops. Well, that'll be offset. I just switched it around. I like the deli for pulling just regular prints that are kind of thick or layered looks on the jelly plate, and they're great for using collage. The art tissue, I really like pulling like metallic prints and then using the Daddy Vans so those metallic prints just meld and disappear into a collage. Bye, Lynn. Thanks for joining, dear. And actually, I think I'm going to switch up here in a minute and maybe start a collage. I won't get it finished, but we can start one. Kind of a mishmash of, I don't know what there. Way too much paint here still. So hopefully I'll have enough left underneath to do what I want to do to get a good frame of this color. Alright, I'm going to stop there because that's enough lifted out of there so I can get that before that dries up. That's what I want right there. Come to mama. And I'm going to make a sandwich, put another piece up there so I can lay this on it. And just clean the back of that wet paint off of my stencil. I put the Daddy Vans on just any time before the collage. Sometimes I'll make some and just put them in my stash for collage bits. And sometimes I'll do it as I'm collaging and think, oh, I like that Daddy Van. And I'll just add it right there and slap it down in the collage. This looks very raccoon-y right through here. Let's see if I can get it up there at the right angle of the light to show you what I mean. What I mean, bird. See, it's got a little of that raccoon flavor to it. I have a raccoon pottery I guess it's a collection. I probably have about 12 pieces, I guess. I haven't collected it, added to it for years. But I was on a raccoon roll there for a while, and when I was going to all the sugar what are they called? Sugarloaf Mountain craft shows. And another craft show I used to go to in West Virginia. There were a couple of raku artists that went there and had some really cool pots and vases and plates and stuff. Alright, that's going to have to be the one that I use right there. And a little piece of something to dry to clean that off with. Patti, Customs returned my stencil, said the package was damaged, and then sent them back to iStencils. Sarah, contact iStencils customer service and let them know. Let them know what happened so they can put a tracer on it or get your order replaced or whatever. But Sherry will be right on it, I'm telling you. She's the... Whereabouts? I know you're in the UK. Whereabouts are you? Yeah, they really have excellent customer service. Huh. I'm waiting to see where Sarah says she is in the UK. All right, let's do the blue on this one. They really do have excellent customer service. I mean, it will get fixed. In the Netherlands, that's right. Yep, for sure. Contact their customer service, and Sherry will get it sorted one way or the other for you. That's frustrating, though, when you're waiting for something that you're so anxious to get a hold of. Alright. Oh, what did I do with my stencil? Put it away. That's not smart. Alright, now I'm going to grab the blue and this. It goes this way. This is hard to see with the blue being darker. We're going to assume that's right. Sarah, did you order iStencils before? Is this the first shipment of theirs for you? Could have been somebody just dialing the wrong number too and realizing it. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, not bad. So here's the two reversed ones of those. Right? Well, if they're saying that it's damaged, I'm not sure how it'll be handled, but it will get handled. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, I think we've sent to, well, she ships internationally all the time, so I don't know what the issue was, but it will get fixed, I'm sure. Thanks, Ray. Okay, I'm going to put these away. Clean that off. And And then I'm going to do a cleanup print. Let me get some of these wet bits off of here. Alright, it's probably got that pretty dry. So you can, I don't know if you guys can see the shimmer on my plate where there's a lot of PBO down there. I'm going to pick this one up on black. Yeah, they are for sure a class act doing anything with their customer service, how they ship stuff, their packaging and everything. I mean, it'll take a while to get it sorted and get it back to you, but they will take care of it. This would be good if it combined itself. If I could time this with a hot flash. Huh. All right. I'm going to try picking this up on black. But do I want to use Titan Buff or black paint? I think this is so dark I should probably pull it with Titan Buff. But the black will really pop the PBOs. Oh, let's do something different. Let's do it with the black. So now I'm just going to use a little bit of black because I don't want it sopping wet with black. Because then all I'll do is pull a black print on black paper. You just need a little bit of paint to marry to this dry paint on the plate. Right? And then I'm going to use a piece. This is just black copy paper that I got from Amazon. And then again, with a cleanup print, you really want to smush it down there. Ella, I'm usually on 12 to 3. I'm not feeling great today, but I'm going to try to hang for it. Really giving this a good rub so it pulls up everything on my plate that I can possibly pull up. Hence the name Cleanup Print. Alright, let's take a little peek. That's cleaning up pretty good. Yeah, not showing that much. I got a little bit of it. I mean, I got everything off the plate, but it's not showing up as much as I hoped that it would. I think the black, it's too much black to make it a worthy print, in my opinion. All right, let's get rid of this mess. Switch gears a little bit. Edges of my brayers get like this crust of paint around them. I'll deal with that later. Okay. So here's what we ended up with. I don't know what to call this technique, if you want to call it a technique, or a way to use different way to use your stencils to get that reversing kind of look to it. I don't know. But there's the bamboo. Here's the stick ball. And this is the cave etchings. This one's really got a lot of that PBO. As these dry, you'll see more of that PBO come up. Right? These have been sitting there while they dry. So there. Okie dokie. Get rid of some of this stuff. I'll just put these off to the side. Sort through those later to see what's salvageable. All right, let me switch gears here, and now I got to think of what color do I want to do a collage. Do I want to stay with the same color family and incorporate some of those pieces that we just did? Now I'm getting kind of bored. Let's see. Let's switch this up. My paint's away. Oops. Oop, something just fell. Oh. All right, let's get that out of the way. And let's start a collage, at least start one. This is just Strathmore watercolor 11 by 15, and this is what I like to collage on. And my last sheet, Patty Finch. You two were quite some time with folio. Yay! Gold glass tiles you used on a previous project. Gold glass tiles. Gosh, I'm trying to think of which ones you might mean. Let me grab a couple and you tell me if this is what you're talking about. I think I know which ones you might mean. Because really, these are the only... Well, these are kind of gold. And they're glass. Hang on, I'll be right back. Let me try to help you out. I think these are probably going to be what you mean. Okay, so here's just regular glass, and they kind of have a gold sheen to them. Right? Right, those are just, they're glass. I got these at Michael's. But I think this may be what you're talking about. Is that what you're talking about? These are the ones that people usually ask me about. So I'm going to wait for Finch to come back to me and let me know if those are the right ones. There's a lag. For the newbies here, there's a lag. I'm about maybe 40 seconds or so ahead of what you're seeing. I've already been there, done that by the time you see it. But if these are what you're looking for, I got these at Hobby Lobby, and that's what the container looks like. Yep, I got them at Hobby Lobby. They come in a mixed container. You know, plain silver, plain gold, some opalescent ones, and then silver and gold with those splats on them, like the one, like here's a silver one in there, right? But they're all mixed in there. So these are called Treehouse Studio Mosaic Ceramic Tiles. It's 90 pieces for $5.99. And I got that at Hobby Lobby. So there you go. I'm glad you could join us live. So I'm going to go get a bucket of water, guys, so I can get some paintbrushes going here. So chat amongst yourselves. All right. Okay, I think I got enough paintbrushes. Over there, these are just the ones that I cleaned out from Lord knows what else I did. All right. Okay, now what color do I want to do a collage? I so hope this records right that I can push it to YouTube. The last couple, not so good with the audio. It's so strange too. It's something between Ustream and YouTube, because you can go to my channel on Ustream and you can watch all my videos, even the ones that come up garbled, and they're perfect. But there's something when you push to YouTube, there's something that happens in some of them. The audio is inaudible. Don't know. All right, let me look in my collage bits drawer and see. Here's a new embossing powder I got the other day called Liquid Platinum, and I did some pictographs and then Daddy Vanded on tissue. So let me look for some of those in there. Ooh, and I really like this. When we did this the last time when I was demoing my round stencils, this polka dot tissue with the copper strips looked really cool in collage. I'm going to grab some of those. Ah, crap. Well, this isn't cooperating at all. I must be going against the grain. Let me make one a little bit wider. Oh, maybe it would help if I'd put the right side of the ruler on there. That'll help me a little bit. Hey, Zandra. There we go. See, it helps if you use your tools properly and not like some nincompoop. See how much nicer that cooperates? I only want to use the parts that's got the copper bits in it, so I'm not worried about that raggedy edge down the other side. But these look really cool because when I collaged this, the white background just went completely away. And I just had the black dots and the, oh, I can probably show you, unless I sent them all out already. Hang on, I'll show you. Here, there's an edge right there where you can see a little piece. So when I do this collage for the newbies, I usually cut this up into ATCs and then use these as a little thank you card when I send out my Etsy orders. But there you can see a little bit of that. How the white just went away and you see the copper and the black. Let's see. Here's another one down this side here. Oops. Hello. Right, it just kind of melts in there. I like the set I did the last time. Yep, so yeah, so let's put these over here. Some pictographs. Let's use a little bit of this. I did it on some stripes too. And I tore it long ways, so we ended up with kind of like a dashed line on the black. So let's see what we can do here. Oops, that didn't go well. Ah. All right. We'll just use this little inch wide or whatever that is there. Let me stop this short. Kind of gets out of control there. Hey, how'd you get your starter?
Yeah.
Good. Headed over to Frank's now?
Yeah, I'm going to text him first. Tell him I'm on my way. Okay.
Do you need any money? Take it out of my purse if you do. I have some.
Oh, good. But no, I don't need any.
Okay.
Thank you. I just started to try it.
All right, so that's kind of cool. What else do I have in here? Let me see if I got any. Oh, this was a cool piece. I did a cleanup print on one of my round jelly plate doing the round pictograph stencil, and then I embossed gold pictographs on it. Maybe we'll use some of that. What size do you cut your ATCs? Yeah, ATCs are a standard 2.5 wide by 3.5 long, Joan. That qualifies them as an ATC, as I understand it. I think I had surfboards on here. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, I thought I did some surfboards. I had a metallic printing frenzy one day with my round stencils on my last day of that stream. Here's some gold embossed pictographs. Oh, this was cool. This was a cool cleanup print I did. That really looks very patina-ish. Maybe I'll cut some of those arrows out and use some of that. All right, now I need some kind of a... I'm feeling the cool colors today, I gotta tell you. Here's some of this. Those strips are kind of cool to put in a collage. I like that. And let's see. Here's some black pictographs. That's what I missed in my last one. I didn't put any pictographs in that collage. What the heck? It looks so bland without them. Let's take some other stuff. Let's take these. Some of these aren't Daddy Van. Let me show you guys Daddy Vans real quick. For those of you who hear me talking about it but don't know what it is. So this is a piece of Dick Blick white art tissue. It's kind of like the wrapping tissue you can buy at any gift store, Walmart, wherever to wrap gifts in. But it is a little different. There's a little difference to it. It's fine, but it's sturdier than you think. You can jelly print on this, which really surprised me. So Daddy Vans, right? Let me show you, like, here's my hand under the tissue as it is, right? Take a little Daddy Vans on a little bristle brush and just kind of swirl it into the tissue, right? Nothing trickier than just doing that. Let's just do a few more of these. me hit the feathers up too while I'm at it. Right? That's all we did. And now, see how you can see my hand through there? So when you collage this on, when you put it on your, see here's the edge, the other white side. See how clear it makes it? So these, when you use these as collage elements, they just melt right into your collage. And people say, why don't you just stamp on your collage? Why stamp on here and go through all this? Why don't you just stamp on your collage? Well, the answer is that you can't always get a really crisp stamp impression on a collage as you start building layers and you have texture. Plus, I'm starting out on watercolor paper that's got a little bit of a rough nap to it anyway. So you just don't get a crisp stamped image right on that paper. So that's why I do that. I'm not totally cray-cray, just a little. You know, maybe we'll something different. We'll use this piece. It was right on top. Maybe I'll use a little bit of this. That's kind of crazy enough in colors, right? Is this the right edge I want to pull? No, that's not the right way. That figures, because that's the bit I wanted right there. All right, let's just pull this. All right, hon, be careful. Tell Frank I said hi. I'm just going to pull some little crazy pieces off of here. I want them like that. So also, when I'm doing this kind of a collage that I know I'm going to cut up for prints, or for ATCs rather, I don't want it to be, I'm not going to have one focal image, right? Or have a, you know, a focal image, or it's going to look, in the end, it's going to look overly busy. Because I'm going to cut it up, and then each little piece will become its own little work of art. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with that. I don't know. It's in there. All right. Oh, here's something I haven't done for a while. I need to paint some more Gelli and tear it up. That's not going to work on this one, but maybe we'll do that next week. That's fun, painting some Gelli paper. Alright, ooh, that's an interesting cleanup print I just came across. Look at that one, with those totem poles. An old stencil I had of a totem design with that metallic-y cleanup print. I don't know, maybe we'll work some of that in there. Alright, well I got some stuff to start with. So now, those of you who are regulars know that I start a collage with my whole substrate painted and kind of blocked out. And I know a lot of that's going to get covered, but I don't know where it's going to get covered. So I just like to slap it down there. I think it loosens me up too. I can get the old juices flowing or something. I don't know. What colors do I want to go with? So, let's see. So, I'm looking at the colors in here as kind of inspiration. So, I'm thinking maybe a little sky. These are Dina Wakley paints. Is that the right? Is that too red? That might be too red for this purple. Yeah, it's a little too red. We'll go with, I have a Liquitex that I think will work pretty well, or this one. Let's try this. Patty, I'm new here from New Mexico. Hey, Annie, can you use other furniture polish? You know what? I bet you could if it's beeswax furniture polish. I bet you could. I've never tried it, but if you have some and you have some art tissue, you know, give it a whirl. All right, let's try that and this. And now I want a green. But what green? What green? What green? Do we want, what kind of green do I have in here? That's just a line that I have in here. That's not going to work. Let's see what that looks like. I wonder if the green gold would work. That comes out real yellow. Oh, I see you guys talking about packing your paints for air travel. Well, you know, when you order paints from wherever you order them from and they get shipped, they're usually wrapped in saran wrap around the bottles. Some of them tape the bottles shut. I would also, after doing that, I would put them in Ziploc baggies for sure before I packed them. That's what I would do. Let's see. Back to the green. Green, 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 green. Oh, wrong green. I have a, where is that? Where did that go? Well, that's interesting. I just used it the other day. Last week, I was jelly plating with this darker green, I don't know, Liquitex or, wow. That's not good. All right, let's try a little green gold. Oh, here's chromium. Is that the green? Patty, could you please try a piece, oh, hang on, of the Gelli with Daddy Vans? It doesn't work, Trina. The Gelli I have doesn't work. It just balls up. The wax on the Gelli resists the Daddy Vans, and it doesn't go clear. I've tried it a number of times. I have all different kind of brushes, Chick, but if I use the Dina Wakley paints, uh-oh, my camera just stopped. Off. Let's see what's going. Hold on, I'm going to move the camera